Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. If you have not been here before, my name's Toni and I'm a homeschooling mom of 4 kids, and I like to share homeschooling videos and thrift store videos and anything related to that. And if that is something that interests you, then feel free to subscribe and I'll do my best to keep fun videos coming every week. So today we got our curriculum in the mail, our main core curriculum. And my goal was to do an unboxing for you guys, and my camera didn't cooperate. So I found out at the end of the video that it wasn't focused most of the time. It went in and out. So this is a kind of unboxing, kind of half the stuff's already out of the box. But I'm gonna show you what we got because I'm really excited. So let's take a peek. Okay, so the first thing to let you guys know is this whole entire haul today is from The Good and the Beautiful. And if you have not heard of them, feel free to look them up online, but everything I've heard is so good. It's a good, solid curriculum, biblical based and good values and just all around good, beautiful pictures, kind of where they get the name, I'm assuming. But everything looks really good and I'm super excited to try this curriculum this year. So I will show you first what I got for my oldest. So my kids, I've got 4 kids. The oldest is in going into 6th grade, and this will be her stuff. So we got this is the language arts, and literature level 5. So here is kind of what I've discovered as I researched this curriculum. For the most part, the level doesn't correspond with the grade that the child is in. This is a very advanced curriculum. And they do have an assessment test online that you give to your child, but majority of the time, from what I've seen, 90% of the time probably, unless your child is well beyond what they should be or what normal children are, your child will place a level below what their grade is. So that's why my daughter's doing level 5 and she's going into grade 6. So this is the course book. So I'll give you a little flip through here. The cool thing about this is it includes literature, grammar and usage, punctuation, art, geography, vocabulary, and writing all in this book. That's pretty amazing. I love it. I think that's so cool. I feel like some of those things, geography, we've kind of touched on here and there, but we haven't really, really focused on it. Art is one of those things that we kind of do if we have time, but a lot of times the core subjects, that's what needs to get done, and then the art and things like that gets pushed aside. So I love that that is all combined into this book. So this is their main curriculum book. And so they just do a lesson. It's got lots of cool pictures. This has stories in this book that they'll read like that. But all kinds of pretty pictures. I love all the artwork. We have never done a language arts curriculum that had color. It was always black and white, and that might seem like a totally minor detail, which it is. But I think it'll be fun and my kids will like it a lot more. So anyway, it has lots of fun things. Art study, or picture studies. I love that geography is intertwined, but it's a solid language arts curriculum. So there's just a quick flip through. I like that. Yeah, it looks very, very thorough. So that is her main course guide. Then she gets what's called the course companion. And this is the answer key, quick reference, spelling dictation, poetry memorization, states and capital letters. So, so this is kind of, it's going to be the answer key to some of the stuff, which is neat. But it's got all the rules that you need to know. Anyway, so this is the course companion. That's the whole answer key. So it looks like a picture of their actual work with the answers in it. So that's nice for mom that the answer key is in a totally separate book. I love that. She also got, this is neat. I haven't seen this before in any other curriculum. This is a daily checklist, notes and instructions. So they have just this notepad that's got all the stuff that they do the day of the week, and then it tells them everything they have to do every day, and they check it off. And it's just a notepad full of the same thing over and over again. I think that's super fun. I've always just printed stuff out for us for them to check off, but it's nice that they give that to you. That was included in this set. We have geography and grammar cards, and that's something that's new to us too, because we have done math flashcards before, and we've done some phonics flashcards, but I've never done geography flashcards. I think that'll be really cool. And we've done some grammar flashcards before, which are really helpful. So I think these will be really good. So it just comes in a pack like this, and you have to cut them. Actually, they look like they're perforated. So yeah, so that'll be really cool. So they'll go on, I think that it says they practice these 5 to 10 cards at a time each day. So that looks cool. And the last two things that she got is the level 5 personal reader. So this is mostly just stories in here. There are some pictures. There's some, looks like a couple poems. So that is the personal reader. And then she also got the shared reader, which I'm not exactly sure yet how this works. It's done with Mom. So I'm not sure if it's something that she reads out loud to me or that I'm reading to her, or I don't know how that works, but we will find out. So that is the shared reader. So that's all the language stuff for my 6th grader. But I also have handwriting, which is level 6. So handwriting is actually on their grade level. And this is cursive. This is neat because it's got lots of like fill in the picture. They've got a picture here and then you complete the picture. Bible verses, they do a lot of states and capitals, which is cool in here, that they're doing, mixing and learning those things with handwriting, which is really cool. They've got poems, lots of the fill in the pictures. When my daughter was flipping through this and so excited. She was like, when are we gonna start? So she was really excited. She didn't want to wait until we start in June. But this was cool. They have this a couple times where they've got the picture here and you copy it on the grid on the bottom just by using the grid. So you got art mixed in with here and mixed in with handwriting too, which is really fun. So I think that'll be fun. A lot more fun than our handwriting that we've done in the past, which was just, you know, copying your letters over and over again. So let's see what the next kid has. Okay, so my next child is my daughter going into 4th grade. And she is also going to be doing the Good and the Beautiful. And so she took the placement test and tested in level 3. And so this is the same, I think it's all the same stuff. So this says it includes literature, grammar and usage, punctuation, art, geography, spelling, vocabulary, and writing. That's a lot of stuff packed into this one book. So this is the course book for her. There's just so many good pictures. It's fun that there's color all throughout. She also was so excited. It's like, Mom, look at this page. And so there's geography. So she was just really excited. This just has a lot of fun stuff. I think it'll be a nice change from what we've done before. I love all the pictures. It's so pretty. Lots of fun, pretty colors. So anyway, this looks really good. And the nice thing is, it's not just beautiful, it's supposed to be such a solid curriculum. Like, your kid is gonna learn a lot, which is why they place in the lower grade down, because it's challenging. This is not just super easy, so that's awesome. So she also, for level 3, has a personal reader. This one's a little different because it's not bound. The other one had the wire binding, and this one's just a regular book binding, but she said she didn't care. So this has some, let me see if I can flip through this. This has some pictures too, but that's just her reader. So, but they're supposed to be good, solid stories that you know are going to be moral and you know aren't going to have anything questionable, and that is the beauty of this curriculum and why I'm excited about it, because that's one thing that you don't want. It's hard when you go to the library and your child just picks out a book, and if you haven't read it or you haven't heard of it, who knows what's going to be in it. So it's nice that they have things that you can trust. So they include this I Sat by the Sea, a poetry collection for elementary age children. So this I think was new this year from what I heard, but it's just a little book of poems that that works on learning different vocabulary words. It's got pretty pictures in here. They're learning poetry. So that is really nice. Then we have her handwriting book, which I have to tell you, she was so excited about this color. This is her and my favorite color, and I love the polka dots. So, super cute. So this is handwriting, and the neat thing about the handwriting, if you can see, they have all these dots, so it says, follow the dots in this order, and so you'll follow, and they've got that at the top of the page too, so you know you're starting with the red dot, and then you're going to the orange, so you know, so just to help reinforce, and I'm sure it's pretty easy to remember the colors as they've been doing this for a little while, but to make sure they're actually forming the words properly. So that's really cool. They've usually got pictures at the bottom. They're going to draw. There was a maze. So this just looks really good. This looks like a fun, I never would have thought you could say fun and handwriting together, because that's, at least in our family, that's always been kind of a like drudgery, but they were really excited. They're like, oh, this looks so fun. So that is level 4 handwriting. So that's all I have for level 4. So for my youngest daughter, she will be going into 2nd grade, and she tested into the level 1 or language arts and literature book. So this includes phonics, reading, spelling, writing, literature, grammar and punctuation, and art appreciation. So this does not have the geography that the other ones have. I guess that's for the older books, but this looks really good. Anyway, it covers so much. They've got these like sight words, you know, at the beginning. All these pretty pictures. I just know they're gonna love that because there's a game. That's just something we've never really had a lot of color in our curriculum, so it's kind of fun. Look at all those pictures, just so fun. So they do like a picture study where we discuss pictures, which is kind of a cool thing. Discuss art. They've got poems, sight words, lots of different games. It just looks so good. This looks really thorough and fun. So I'm excited. They're really excited to get started. So that is the level 1 course book. Then she also got a level 1 reader. And hers has more pictures in it. Hers is spiral bound there. So it starts off with kind of pretty easy, at least for her, pretty easy sentences, but then they get a little bit smaller print or longer stories, lots of pretty pictures. But they've got all these, just a mix of different stories in here that they're gonna read, and they just look really good. So that is the level 1 reader. And then hers also came with phonics cards that are like laminated. They're nice and hard, and they're perforated, so you just cut them out and then you work on those phonics cards together. So that's those. Then we have level 2 handwriting, which also has fun polka dots. And she loved that too. That's a pretty one. So this is print. The other 2 handwritings were cursive. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but this one is all print for level 2. And it's got pictures that you draw and just work on good handwriting, just good, easy handwriting. So that'll be fun. Looks good. So that is everything for level 2. Okay, so the last little bit that I have, I got 2 of these for my 2 older girls. Creative Writing Notebook. So this looked really good, and I think it's something they'll have fun doing together. This just kind of gives prompts and different things on helping you learn to making your descriptions fly higher, describing a scene. This said writing exercises, so working on emotions. So it's just little activities to kind of help you become a better writer. And I think that'll be really cool. Possible main characters, antagonists, character search. All these books are available on their website for you to be able to look at a sample. So that was really helpful to be able to see what these look like before you buy them, but they look really good. So that is the creative writing for my 2 older girls. Another thing I didn't mention before about the language arts is I believe levels 1 through 5 are free on their website if you want to print them at home. which is like amazing. I didn't want to mess with printing them on my own, and I don't have a color printer, and it wasn't worth the hassle for me, so I paid for them. I think it's a really affordable curriculum anyway. But if you have a nice printer at home, you can print levels 1 through 5 for free, which is just amazing. So a lot of people do that. So I think that's why there's that's another reason why there's such a draw to this curriculum. They're just trying to make it readily available to whoever needs it. So that's really cool. So the other things that we ordered from them are, we got 3, so their science is broken up into units. Now, we've never done this before, so we just picked 3 of the units. I'm not really sure how many units will fit into a year, but from what I heard, it could be anywhere from 3 to 5 maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I went ahead and ordered 3, and we'll just go from there. So you just pick what unit you want to do. They're all K through 8 unit studies. And the cool thing about this is I get to teach all 4 of my kids together. I don't know if the little guy will listen too much, we'll see. But he can if he wants to. But anyway, all 3 of my girls can sit there and listen to me teach. We'll do the experiments together. And that was something I really wanted that we haven't had. The last couple years we had a curriculum where they were all separate. They had separate things. They were doing separate things in history. They were doing separate things in science. It was kind of overwhelming, and it was kind of frustrating not just having them all in different time periods or different science studies and different things like that. And it's hard when you have multiple kids. So this was really exciting to me. I wanted something that we could teach together. I also did a video on the history we're going to be doing this year. So I can link that below, or you can check out my YouTube channel that's got other videos. But I did just review that history that we're going to be doing, which is family style, which is really cool. But so we're going to do meteorology. So that's really cool. I actually had my girls we all sat down in front of the computer, and I had them pick which one was their top favorite, and they each picked one. So my oldest picked this, so we're all going to be studying meteorology. And these just come, there's a bunch of papers in here. It comes unbound and just shrink wrapped like this. And because there's things that you have to pull out, there's like mini books and different things that you have to assemble that you wouldn't want bound. And then a lot of people will then take it and bind it either themselves or take it somewhere and get it bound, or put it in a binder. You could do that too. So that's meteorology. We also got the human body. That was one that I actually chose because the one that my little one wanted, they were out of stock when I ordered. So I thought this would be really good, especially with all that we've been dealing with around here with coronavirus. And I thought, well, we might as well learn how our bodies work and how they fight off diseases and viruses and things like that. And so we haven't really done that before, so that'll be a cool study. So that is the human body. And then the last one we got was space science. That was one that my 4th grader chose. So these are all K through 8 that we'll all do together, and this one looked really good. I heard a lot of good reviews about it. So I'm not sure what order we're going to do it in, but that's the other study we got. Now I did order this from them. It's called Maturation and Sexual Reproduction, a unit study. We will not be doing this as a family. I'll either just be doing it with my oldest or possibly with my 2 older girls. I haven't decided yet. So I'll look through it and figure that out, how we want to do that. But this will not be a family thing, but it's time for certain people to go through this stuff. But the nice thing is you can go on their website, and this entire unit is on there as a sample. So you can see exactly what you're going to be teaching and everything covered in that, which was really cool to be able to see. You know, you're not wondering, what are they going to talk about or whatever. This was, they're very open, and everything on there is, and it's based on biblical principles and purity. And so I love the biblical aspect behind teaching this very sensitive subject. So we will see. It's not going to be fun to teach, but it is what it is, right? You got to teach it. So the last thing that I got, they have an extensive library, the Good and the Beautiful library, that you can order books from them. They reprint books that are not in print anymore, that were classics and really good, moral, good, beautiful books. So they have a lot of those available on there. I'd already bought all this other stuff, so I only picked 1 book this time, but I would like to come back and get more next time. So I got A Girl of the Limberlost. I have never read this book, but this was my favorite movie as a kid. And actually, as an adult, I'd say that's still one of my top favorites. We still have it on VHS, and I've watched it with my kids before, but it's a cool story. So I didn't even know it was a book. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, we need to read this. So this will be a read aloud for us. They do have levels on here. So this is actually level 11. So if the kid were to read it by themselves, you'd want it to be, I assume that would be like a junior in high school kind of thing. But I'm just going to do it as a read aloud because it's just one of my favorite stories. So I think that'll be fun. So feel free to check out their website and see what they have to offer. They have lots to offer, but this is a good start for us, and I'm really excited to just try this out this year. My kids are excited, and it's fun to try new things. It can't hurt. We're gonna learn either way, and we'll just see how it goes. So I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please like the video so I know that you enjoy these types of videos, and feel free to leave comments if you have a question or just want to make a comment on it, and subscribe to my channel, and I will try my best to keep these kind of videos coming, and I will see you next time.